Hey, everybody. Okay, this, I don't know if you are noticing this, but it is really, yesterday, it really hit me because are you going through like phases of your evolution process? It's like you start out listening to somebody on YouTube, you start out listening to whatever, and then you outgrow it or it doesn't resonate anymore or whatever. Well, that's kind of, I've been through a couple of these and I'm at another one where yesterday, I was listening to some YouTubes and it's like, oh my God, I'm listening to the same thing over and over and over again. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of listening to the same things over again. The same people aren't resonating with me anymore. And it was like God was saying, Pam, it's time to step away from the computer and it's time to go within and get your information. Because what happens, okay, when you're like manifesting, there is so much stuff about manifesting right now, it's crazy. You can watch manifestation videos all day long. There comes a point where you get it, you've done it, but it hasn't happened yet, right? And trust me, I'm one of those people, I'm very impatient. I want it now. When I set my mind on this is what I want it now. Well, I can't tell you how many times I've, over my life, where when it happens, I look back and go, oh my God, I'm glad it didn't happen then because, oh, I see where all of this had to happen before this came into play. Well, sometimes the universe has divine timing. Sometimes you have to trust that process. I have, and it's like for me, because I was single for 4 years, it was the first time in my life, and I know some of y'all are just going to be like, holy crap. My first boyfriend was in kindergarten, okay? I have had a guy in my life since I was in kindergarten. When I left my last husband, I went into a tailspin because I had nobody. I mean, it sent me like into really dark places, okay? That was my journey. I'm not saying this for any other reason other than I'm going to make a point. For 4 years, I was trying to manifest my guy. I knew what I wanted, the whole bit, right? I was watching, and I was manifesting. I've been manifesting for years, okay? But because it wasn't happening fast enough, I thought I was missing something. So I was trying to make it happen. And I was watching YouTubes on how to manifest. And I would go back and go, okay, well, maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I need to do this. You know what? It still wasn't working. Because at that point, I was coming from desperation and lack. And once you've listened to it enough and you get it, let it go and let the universe do what the universe does best, which is orchestrate everything to give you what you want. When I let that go and I was like, you know what? This is crazy. I know how to manifest. I've been doing it for years. Everything came to a screeching halt when I started watching this crap on YouTube on how to manifest because it wasn't happening fast enough. So I thought I was messing something up. No, what I was messing up was watching all the stuff on YouTube. So when I let it go, now I'm not saying, yes, there are things that you need to do. Yes. But I was already in that headspace where I got it. And I just knew it was going to happen. You have to be there, yes. But if you're already there, just wait. Does it suck? Yeah. But you know what? It all happens for a reason. So if you're still watching videos, whether it be wherever you are on your journey, okay, because we're all at different places. If you're still learning, watch videos, read books, learn as much as you can. But once you learn it, move on. Because I can tell you all day long how to manifest. I do it all the time. I've manifested my house. I've manifested my car. I've manifested my guy. I've manifested my motorcycle. What else? My money. My heaven on earth. What more can you ask for? You know, I don't want to say I'm a master manifester, but pretty close, yeah. So why am I going to keep watching manifestation videos? It's a waste of time and energy. Why I'm already at a point where I understand what 5D is. You know, if you're still learning about that, that's great. Watch it. But if you're there, stop watching it. Move on to something else. You know, move to the next thing. Read the next book. Read, you know, but not on what you already know. This is a time to soak in new knowledge, more knowledge. Not continue to repeat the same cycle over and over and over again. You've completed that grade. Move to the next grade. And that's where, because I've gone through these cycles. When I started my journey, there were people I listened to, I was learning from. But then I started getting frustrated because it was like they were staying stuck and I was moving forward. And I'm like, why am I still listening to them? It doesn't make sense. So I moved on and I grew. Now I'm at the point where it's like, again, I'm listening to this stuff and it's like, I get it. I got it. I'm done. And I'm moving on to other things, which now, really, it's just getting my information directly from God, which is where I always have gotten my information. You know, when they used to tell me, oh, well, if you're, whatever, read the Bible. There are people that can quote scripture all day long. They can open a chapter and read a chapter and it answers their questions. That was never me. And I thought it was stupid. I thought I was an idiot. I'm like, why am I not getting this? And it used to frustrate the crap out of me. I would read it and go, I have no clue what I just read. And then I'd be angrier and more upset than I was before I started. And I would always go to God and say, why, what, how, whatever. And I would get my answer. Now that I'm where I am, I understand I was never meant to read it out of the Bible. And honestly, it is a blessing. Because now we see that the Bible was created with an agenda. It was translated and, it's a blessing that I didn't get my answers from that book. Yes, I let it be a guide. Yes, some of it. But bottom line, I go straight to God to get my answers. And that's where all my information comes from. I can't tell you how many times I'm walking through the house and I'll get a download, I'll get information, I'll get something. And when I met my husband, he was at a place that it was and I'm not knocking Christianity. What I am knocking is them shoving it down your throat and judging you for not thinking what they think. because that's where this place was. They were judging me because I wouldn't read the Bible, and I've read it cover to cover. But they were judging me because I didn't think the way they thought. I didn't do things the way they thought I should do it. And I told my husband, I said, I've been where they are. I'm not going backwards. They want me to go backwards. I'm not going to do that. And he didn't understand it at the time. He thought I was just being hard-headed and being arrogant or whatever. Now he gets it because he has studied this stuff himself. He has enlightened himself. And he told me the other day, he's like, because we were talking about it, he said, no, I get it. He said, I'm not going backwards either. They live from a very narrow viewpoint, and they're not willing to open up to the bigger picture. And that's on that. That's their journey. It's not for me to judge that. But what I'm saying to you, don't let people slow you down. Don't stay stuck in information that you already know. Continue to grow, continue to evolve, continue to learn more. You know, if you're still working on something, if you're still struggling with something, yes, figure it out. Get somebody to help you. Reach out to me, I'll help you. But don't keep spinning your wheels in the same mud. Not mud. That makes it sound bad. In the same information. You know, once you have manifested and you already know how to manifest, stop watching manifestation. Because I'll tell you, if you are trying to manifest whatever, a house, a car, your soulmate, money, once it happens, are you still going to watch manifestation videos? Probably not. Because you'll achieve whatever it was you were trying to get, right? That's where you need to be. So get to the point where you know it's going to happen. Yes, you need to see it. Yes, you need to have a desire for it. And that's what my husband and I had this conversation the other day, and he said, because we were talking about wanting, you know, a bigger house and, you know, more land and stuff like that, right? And he said, but that sounds like lack. And I said, no, that's desire. There's a difference. I said, you can desire whatever you want. Coming from a place of, I hate this, like my last job. I hated my last job. There were parts of it I liked, but for the most part, I hated my last job. While I'm staying stuck in hating my job, I'm not moving anywhere. When I let that go, things shifted for me. When you stay stuck in, I hate my house, I want a bigger house. I have too many bills, I need more money. That's lack. When you come from a low vibrational place of unhappiness, that's lack. When you come from, you know what, it'll all work out. I would desire to have more money. I would desire to have a bigger house because we would have more room. I would have an extra room for somebody, you know, if company comes to visit. You can have positive reasons to desire more. It doesn't come from lack. There's a fine line, and you need to understand what that line is, because you can't manifest from lack. All you're going to get is more of what you're trying. You're going to get what you're focusing on. You know, if you're inundated with bills, but you want more money and you're focusing on the bills, you're going to get more bills. If you are focusing on more money because you can do more things with money, money is not going to bring you happiness. You have to come from happiness before the money will come. The house will come. You have to be happy before the house will come. You have to be happy before the person will come. Because none of that stuff is going to make you happy. It's just stuff. You have to find the happiness within you. And then the rest of it will come. You can always, desire is not a bad thing. You have a desire for a reason because it is your soul's, it's part of your path, or you wouldn't desire it. You have desires that I couldn't give two rips about. It's not part of my path. But if you desire it, go after it. Go get it. There's nothing holding you back but you. You know, and if somebody tells you, oh, well, you can't have that, you don't make enough money, or you can't do this because you don't have an education, whatever limiting belief they have, flush it. Don't believe it. Don't buy into their limiting belief. But by the same token, if you come from a place of, I can have anything I want, and not from a place of greed. No, not from a place of greed and ego, but from a place of love. And the more money I have, the more people I can help, the more good I can do, the more money I can give, the more places I can go. See the beautiful world that God has. You know, learn, experience life. Those are my desires. They might not be yours. And that's okay. Whatever your reason for wanting more money is, focus on that. Whatever your reason for wanting a bigger house or a better car or whatever, focus on that. But like I said, this is the time where we're supposed to be growing. So when you outgrow something, let it go. Move on. So anyway, I hope this helps you. If you need help with any of this, reach out to me. You know, like I said, I manifest. We all manifest every day, whether you mean to or not. So you are a master manifester. The thing is, what are you manifesting? Is it what you want? Or is it what you're focusing on? That's the biggest thing. So shift your focus, shift your mindset, continue to learn, continue to expand and grow, and stay in love and light. So anyway, I love you guys. The world is abundant. You deserve to be abundant. Go get it. Whatever it is.